Okay, so I just saw what is possibly one of the most disgusting things ever happen on the floor of the House, the U.S. House. Two parents whose children died in the Parkland shooting, whose child died in the Parkland shooting, their son. They were hauled out of a congressional hearing, I guess, about something. But they were there to advocate for better gun reform, anti gun violence, basically. Now, it's disgusting because, first of all, for any parent to lose a child, that's the worst loss that a parent can have. But on top of that, they've lost their child to gun violence. They've lost their child to a man making the decision to take a gun into the school where their child went and shooting students. These are children. Whether they're in high school or not, whether they're teenagers or not, they are still our kids. And the Republicans decided to make jokes about it being like January 6th and kick them out. Citizens of the United States who pay their taxes, who pay these people's salaries through their taxes, and they didn't even have the decency to hear them out because they didn't like what they were saying. Republicans claim that they care about our kids, that they care about children. They're so worried about indoctrination and children reading books, and somehow that book is going to make them gay. And yet, they don't want to do anything about the leading cause of death among children in America, which is gun violence. That's the leading cause of death. Look it up. You will find that the leading cause of death among children, among people 18 and younger, is gun violence. I mean, we have to fear sending our children to school, not that they'll be just bullied, not that they'll, get bad grades, but that they'll get shot at the hands of a crazed gunman who got an AR-15 because of BS gun laws in America, like constitutional carry. Now, I'm all about gun laws and the right to own guns. I think everybody should have the right to own guns as long as you are not criminally minded, you don't have a criminal record, and you're not crazy. You don't have serious mental illness. But if you have serious mental illness or you're criminally minded, no, you should not own a gun. I think that should be common sense. I'm pretty sure that 99% of the population at the very least would agree with me on that. And I would wager to bet that at least 100% of parents don't want their children to get shot at school. Republicans, every single child that dies from gun violence, here on out, their blood is on your hands. Remember that. Their blood, all of their blood will be on your hands. Every school shooting, their blood is on your hands because you choose not to do anything about it so you can fill your pockets with gun lobby money. Because, see, they get money from the NRA. They get money from gun manufacturers to not make stronger gun laws. They're getting paid, bribed to put your children's lives in danger. That's not just my children. That's not just liberal children. Because you know what? A gunman is not going to look at the child and say, is your daddy a Republican or a Democrat? They're just going to shoot your child. This is not a Republican issue. This is not a Democrat issue. Republicans have made it a Republican issue, but it was never a political issue. This is about saving our kids. And I, for one, think we should do everything we can to do that. And that starts with changing gun laws. So if you want to save your kids, call your senator, call your House rep, Not just the US one, but the city, state, whoever. Call them all, especially the Republicans, because they're the ones who are fighting to not have gun reform, and tell them they need to do this, or your child could be next.